That's right, that's right. We're back in the place right now. It's 90.9 FM KHDC Radio Blingway here in Salinas and Monterey. 104.1 FM out there, Hollister, San Juan Bautista, and South Gilroy. Streaming live worldwide at WednesdayRec.com. And we're very lucky right now to have some special guests in the place joining us. They go by the name of...
Pure Order.
There you go, there you go. Individually, they would be...
The Nemesis.
And God's gift.
That's right. I want to thank you guys first and foremost for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me.
You know, now that you're resident, now that I know you're residents of the 831, I didn't know until you told me like a couple weeks back. Like, well, I live out there now. I'm like, well, come on in, because you know you were hitting me up about the latest project, and usually when that happens, people are like, well, you know, can we set up a phone interview? I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, well, yeah, but, you know, I live out that way now. I'm like, well, no phone interview. You coming in. We're doing it live, man.
Nice.
Yes, yes.
So talk to me, what's the background of Pure Order? How did Pure Order come together?
Well, first there's the whole concept of the name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pure Order Master Race of MCs. Actually is the full name. You might even hear, Madlib back in the days, like on some of the old stuff. He made mention of it. Is a concept that we came up with, just really to express how we push ourselves lyrically. Our goal is always just to really just push the envelope lyrically.
Not settle for what's trendy.
Yes, I mean, it's very easy to get in the mind state of like, I just need to do what everybody else is doing and I can just, you know, succeed. But you guys are definitely separating yourself from the standard, shall we say.
Thank you.
What's your approach when you go into making music? I mean, obviously, as you said, you know, being unique and being original, but I mean, where's your inspiration come from?
I was just thinking about this earlier. It has to, for me, it centers on a need to express the truth. What that truth is reality, and we can't really know truth until we educate ourselves. So, you know, from years of studying, meditating, researching things that we take for granted in our society, that helped me, that pushes me to really want to make each verse an awakening.
Mm-hmm. And you?
Basically the same thing. For that question, it really lends itself towards our process of how we actually put our songs together, come up with our concepts. We actually brainstorm off of like one particular principle usually, because our goal is always to push to promote the principles, founding principles of hip-hop, you know, our love, peace, unity, having fun. And so we take things like the whole concept of love in itself, and we'll put that at the top of a page, and then brainstorm and talk about
with metaphors surrounding that concept.
Yeah, and come at it from different angles, and then turn around and write our individual verses about what that means, about what that means to us. In fact, the song Affinity, which we'll show later, that song actually that was one where we wrote the word love at the top of our page and built from there.
You know, speaking of the group itself, how long has Pure Order actually been a group?
I'm going to say close to maybe 4 years, 4, maybe 5. Yeah.
Yeah, officially.
And what was the meeting and the genesis of the group? How did it all, like, you know, first kick off?
No, man, that goes back to, I was in high school. I was, you know, rapping. I'm doing my ciphers at school and everything. And he already graduated. He's a little older than me, but
you gotta be careful there. You know, that could be construed as, you know, something not all right. You know.
When I met him, I think I was 18.
Okay, just making sure.
No, but we were friends for, I would say, maybe about 6 years.
Yeah. And did you always knew that she was rhyming, or?
Not at first. When we first met, it was like we ended up just being like a group of friends that, like, she would come out, play ball with the fellas, basketball. Then out of a handful of us, always a handful of the friends, we wrote poetry. I also wrote rhymes. One day, one of our female friends actually said, "Hey, do you know that she rhymes also?" We were all like a little circle of poetry writers. But the friend said, "Do you know that she writes rhymes also?" And then that's when we started to just kind of, we had a quick little cipher. She blew me away with with the verse that she said in our initial meeting, and then from that moment on, it was like pure order.
Do you think that, as you guys were saying, you were both into writing poetry, and I would assume you guys also studied poetry as well, in order, as writers. Do you think that that's like a helpful tool, as opposed to some people who just say, I'm just going to start rhyming? Like, you actually understand the word structure and how to, sequence, your thoughts and everything, and put it in a flowing manner.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I studied English. I was a journalist early in high school and then afterwards a little bit. So I think that's very important to have some kind of notion of grammar, because that's how thoughts can flow and be communicated clearly.
Right.
If we call ourselves trying to enlighten with music, it has to be understood, and it needs to mean something. So.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that they might be like good rhymers or whatnot, but if you talk to them just like one-on-one, they're so grammatically, it's like talking to a kindergartner. I mean, and here's just like one example that always sticks in my head. Like, I think on Queen Latifah's Ladies First, I think Moni Love slayed her verse.
Yes.
She killed the verse.
Yes.
But when you're saying, I'm first because I'm a lady, and she spells it L-A-D-I-E, like, come on. That's not how you spell lady in that context. You should know that.
I guess you did that.
I mean, that just always stuck with me. I was like, how did nobody spell check her, say to her, say like, hey, that's write a different lyric, because that doesn't make sense.
They should have caught that.
Yeah.
I don't know, creative freedom, maybe.
Well, it has to rhyme, so I'll just say this, and hopefully nobody will say anything. Okay, so we got a new song from you guys called Infinity. I'm gonna get into it. Tell me about it.
Well, it combines what you want to say about it. For me, it combines love of hip hop with comparing that to a true loving relationship.
Yep.
Love of hip hop, love in relationships, a lot of metaphors that connect those.
Any thoughts from you on this?
That's really it.
See, he's smart. He knows whatever the wife says. That's right. Happy wife, happy life.
Yes, sir.
He knows. All right. So Pure Order is going to stick around for a little while. We're going to talk to them in a few more minutes. But this is the latest from them. Actually, not. This is something new that's coming out, right?
Yes.
It's not necessarily the latest, because we got another song coming up in a few minutes, but this is called Affinity. Check it out, and we'll be back with Pure Order in just a second. That's right, we're back in the place right here. It's 90.9 FM KHDC Radio Bilingüe in Salinas, Monterey, and surrounding areas. Also 104.1 FM in Hollister, San Juan Bautista, and South Gilroy. Worldwide, streaming live at WednesdayRec.com. Still in the place with my special guests, Pure Order. How you guys doing today?
Feeling good.
Real good.
Nice to be here.
Absolutely great to have you guys in. We're having a good conversation off the air. Talking about music making and what goes into everything and your process and all that stuff. As far as collaborations go, I know you guys have already done a song with Prince Poe.
Yes.
And then you also mentioned Cornbread from Cali Wild was on the Affinity song.
Indeed.
Anybody else you guys featuring on any of your songs? I know there's a very special feature on Warrior Love that we're going to get into in a minute.
Yes,
Yes, indeed. But, well, on this EP, there is a song with Elzai. I don't know if you've had a chance to hear that yet, but...
Yeah, work in progress. Elzai killed it.
Nice, nice. How'd you go about making that connection?
A lot of the connections came through Ono, actually. You know, Ono, the Disrupt, Madlib's little brother. He
produced it all.
He produced all those beats.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about that. How would I know you go way back with Loot Pack?
Yes.
Tell me exactly how you know, what was the affiliation and how that all came to be back in the 90s.
Well, we all went to either the same school or rival schools, high school at the same time. Like me and Wild Child, we went to the same school. Can Kick, who was not a Loot Pack member, but he's also his production was crazy.
Right.
He also we all went to the same high school. Then DJ Rome's went to a different high school. Madlib went to another one. Me and Madlib actually met because this one graph artist said he hooked us up. He said he was friends with both of us. He said he told Madlib that I said that I know him, and he told me that Madlib says he knows me when we never met. And so
somebody was faking it.
Yeah, he just that graph artist, his name was Jim. Jim, he just thought it would be dope if me and Madlib got together. And so we actually did get together. Madlib invited me over to the Palace, and you know, we did a bunch of underground stuff. He keeps dropping different underground verses of mine, actually, and every time when he does different projects, like his Madlib Invasion projects, all that stuff that my verses that he put on there, that was like underground stuff that we did way early.
That he just has in the archive.
That he just has in the archive.
Oh, this will go good here.
Yeah, that's what he does.
So he's using your verses as kind of like abstract samples.
Exactly.
Nice.
Nice. He's talented. Like
so
that.
This all happened down in Oxnard.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
So you know, when you're you know, you said you stepped away for a long time, and then you were motivated, or you know, maybe told to get back in the game by Nemesis.
Yes.
You know, when you're trying to put your toe back in the water, so to speak, did you have any like reservations? Like, I don't know if I'm still, you know, current, or you know, I mean, what was your mind state like when you were approaching a comeback?
Now, I've always felt that my pen was as sharp as ever. I never, as a lyricist and a person that puts thought in every single thing that I write, I never thought that I missed a beat when it came to my writing. I still wrote poetry all those years. I never really stopped writing. I just wasn't out pursuing trying to make music anymore. And every once in a while, Nemesis would share a poem that she wrote also, and we just, you know, we'll vibe off of different things, but making music was never something that we were looking to do again. But then it was just that one day, she just looked at me and she said, "No shit, you should do an album." And now here we are. Now here we are. Yeah.
So when you guys are putting together a song, because I mean, obviously all the songs feature both of you, and before the final, you know, product gets done, I'm sure you guys are like, you know, hearing each other's verses and stuff. Is there any kind of like competition happening? Like, oh, she said that, I gotta go back and rewrite this, or he said this, so I should go back and like rewrite this because I gotta stay one step ahead.
Well, I actually always believe that I need to step my bars up because of her. She is just that dope of a lyricist. Yes, I said it, and I meant it.
He always says that. But, yeah, I feel we're well matched. I don't feel rivalry.
No rivalry.
We do keep each other sharp though, and we will tell each other, you know, go back on that, or I need to go back and do mine over because it's not sounding as strong.
Right.
Well, that's normally her telling me.
Well, as you said, it's never a rivalry, but one of the essence of hip hop is that it's, you know, you're competing.
Yes.
You know, you gotta have, you know, you gotta, like you said, you gotta stay sharp. So, you know, the better people you have around you, the better you are. So, you know, you guys definitely complement each other very well.
Thank you.
You know, the sound, overall sound and everything is just, you know, it's unique and it's setting you apart.
Thank you.
You know,
you know, iron sharpens iron.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
We do believe that we're like, lyrically, we're a couple of blades that just, when you put them together, it just gonna come out sharper.
So if, say, she's a katana, what would you be?
Ooh-wee.
You can say it, go ahead. Because he likes blades.
Yeah.
So if she's say she's a butterfly knife, what would you be?
When you ask me,
I'm a sword.
See, I keep getting this vision.
Katana's the only sword name I know, so that's why I threw it out there.
See, I kept getting. I always had an affinity for size, and so they're not sharp. You know, they're round. They're sharp at the tip, and they got that little fork.
Okay, what are they called?
Type thing, size.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, it's a type of a blade, and
yeah, they're about as long as a forearm. They're small, right?
You know, you can kind of flip it around a little bit and everything.
I remember they used those in Enter the Ninja.
Yes.
See, I'm up on all those '80s ninja movies, you know, old school stuff.
You spin it around a little bit, and so I consider, whereas she might just slice through everything, I might get in there and just spin around a little bit.
Do internal damage.
So you're saying, in a way, you're more of the Flash, where she's the substance?
That's a thought.
You know, because you're doing all these tricks where she's just like, you know what, enough of this. Bam.
Well, yes. Then on that, that's a great. Yeah, I understand, because sometimes I kind of get. When it comes to our concepts, I might be, even though poetic, I might be a little bit more straightforward on the concept. Whereas
I can get abstract
but she says all this hard stuff. You know, she makes me think, and that's so much part of the fun for me, is that she makes me think. Other lyricists just don't make me think.
Right.
But to have someone that makes me think, I have to dissect her lyrics. That's fun for me.
That's again, that's one of the things that, you know, we were talking about off the air about making you know, hard street music and, you know, impactful stuff. The biggest impact, as I said off the air, was that if you can say something that makes people think and go back and say, wait a minute, what did they just say?
Yeah.
You know, that's the most hard, most impactful thing you can do.
I agree.
You know, that sticks with you rather than, you know.
What can you get from that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Hey, so before we start winding it down and get up and out of the way, how can people catch up with you guys on social media and know about your music, where it's available at?
Okay. Well, we do have our Bandcamp.
The EP's on Bandcamp.
But the Bandcamp.
New songs is on there too.
Yeah, but the Bandcamp is actually double-edged star. Is the Bandcamp double-edged star, because you know,
it's our label.
Yeah, that's our own personal label that we're trying to do.
Is that where the Pure Order releases have been so far? Because a lot of times when I get the stuff from Ness, it'll just say white label.
Yeah. But
that's the homie. But yeah, he was gonna put our label on there, but you know, some things slip through the cracks. No big deal.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
And then of course on Twitter we have our Pure Order Twitter page.
At Pure Order is the handle. Drop questions, ask us where we're going to appear next, whatever you want, right there on Twitter.
And as far as Instagram?
Right now we're using my Instagram normally is God's Gift _ Ox City.
Oh, I thought it was God's Gift _ Pure Order. That's the one I was tagging you on today.
It is Pure Order. You're right. I'm wrong. This social media stuff. Yeah. Do you know your own stuff?
Kazzeo on top of it today. Okay.
I was sending out the alerts on all the platforms, so I had to pay attention a little bit.
That's love. Appreciate that.
But is there just a straight Pure Order .com?
There used to be, but we took it out.
It's under construction. It'll be up in a few weeks.
Okay. Okay. So check for that. Make sure you check for them on Instagram, on Twitter.
Bandcamp. SoundCloud. Everything's on SoundCloud.
Yes. And you also have your stuff on iTunes and.
Yes, on Spotify.
Oh, Spotify, right.
Absolutely. Amazon too. Google Play Store is in there too.
Look at that. Just making moves everywhere. Loving it. So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's so many different tools right now for the independent artists out there, and so some things we're actually just learning. Some things we're
we're building.
Yeah, we're building.
And we're gonna be at the Peace and Kindness Fest.
Where's that at?
Degree is
in LA, Woodland Hills area. Yeah. That festival that he has. We're gonna perform the song that you got coming up.
Speaking of Third Degree, produced this next one. It's called Warrior Love. Before we're gonna end the show and get out here, but talk to me about how you connected with Third Degree and how this all came about.
This came from Third Degree being one of the list of DJs on the Rap Attack .com, and so he just reached out to us to do something for.
He was going to have a mixtape
at the time,
Yeah. And he said, could we contribute to it? So we said, yeah, that'll be fun.
So he sent us a few tracks. Out of the tracks, we chose this one, and did the songs, shot it back, and he liked it, Ness liked it, and so we decided to just go ahead and
roll it out
as a single.
And that's how it goes down.
Yes.
That's how it happens. Well, Pure Order, I want to thank you guys for coming in today.
Thank you again for having us.
I appreciate having you. And now that you live out here, anytime you want to come through, more than welcome.
That's
We get all the fresh new releases before anybody else.
That's what I'm
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about right there. World premieres right here.
That's right.
All right. So we're going to get into it. This is Pure Order, produced by DJ Third Degree. This is called Warrior Love. We'll catch you next week. Peace.